thank you all for coming here this morning to recognize Congressman Pastor and his contributions to the metropolitan Phoenix area. I'd like to thank the sponsors for the event today, for which it could not happen. HDR, Parsons Brinkerhoff, and URS. They've been very strong partners with Valley Metro as we advance transit here in the Valley. Again, yes, please. The purpose of today's event is to show our appreciation to Congressman Pastor for his commitment to public transportation. His advocacy and tireless support has transformed our region today and for the futures of all local residents as businesses. After 23 years of representing the Phoenix metropolitan region in office, he retires now to enjoy more time with his family and his community. APTA is recognizing his statewide contributions this year with the 2014 Distinguished Service Award, which will be presented to him in October at their annual conference in Houston, Texas. I'd like to introduce Brian Tynan from APTA to say a few words.
Good morning. Thanks, Steve. I'm glad to be here. Glad to be here to honor a great man in Ed Pastor. I'd like to start with a quote from our president and CEO, Michael Malanofi. Throughout his career in Congress, U.S. Representative Ed Pastor has seen the future for the Phoenix metro region, and public transportation has always been a central part of that vision. The APTA Distinguished Service Award is being given to him as recognition of his leadership on advancing public transportation for more than 20 years. Now, allow me to say that the American public transportation is truly honored and proud to be able to present a leader of Ed Pastor's stature with this award. The APTA Awards program recognizes excellence in the public transportation industry, both on an individual level and on an organizational level. Called the best of the public transportation industry, the APTA Award winners are outstanding role models of excellence, leadership, and innovation whose accomplishments have greatly advanced public transportation. Now, let me say that APTA's members take these awards very seriously. They nominate strong candidates for the various awards each year, and the awards committee considers its responsibility in evaluating the candidates and approving the selections sacrosanct. The Congressman's tenacious efforts on behalf of transportation and to successfully secure funds for local transit projects in Phoenix and across the state are emblematic of the kind of leaders for whom APTA's awards are intended. Congressman Pastor has also had the vision to connect the dots between transportation and housing and work to combine federal resources to make projects like Phoenix Light Rail work together with other important community development projects. The transportation industry needs leaders like Congressman Pastor who work so hard for the betterment of their states and communities by supporting critical transportation and economic development projects. Ed Pastor's work in Washington sets the kind of example we all hope for when we think of our federal representatives. His long-established reputation of bipartisanship is something which is so important for transportation and infrastructure investment. From his seat on the Appropriations Committee, he has set a great example of bipartisanship in working across the aisle while staying true to his principles and his constituents' priorities. People and communities are seeking new and greater opportunities and options for their mobility. The American public continues to demonstrate their support for public transit on Election Day because they recognize the needs that they are facing. Public transportation ridership continues to rise, and last year reached the highest level since 1956 with 10.7 billion trips taken nationwide. Since 1995, public transit ridership is up 37.2%, outpacing both population growth and vehicle miles traveled. The American public supports greater investment in transit because they know it brings value to their lives and communities. The economic benefits are clear. Public transportation leads to $66 billion in business sales per year, and 1.1 million jobs will be created or maintained by our industry each year. Investment in transit can yield 50,000 jobs per $1 billion invested and offers a 4-to-1 economic return. That investment offers long-term productivity gains long after the short-term economic and jobs impact is seen. And studies show that property values perform 42% better when located near high-frequency public transit corridors. With population projected to continue upward, especially here in the Southwest, and regional economies needing infrastructure improvements to improve productivity, we need more leaders like Ed Pastor to help pull federal, state, and local resources together to make these investments happen. For his many years of dedication to public transportation investment and his strong working relationship with so many of APTA's members, the American Public Transportation Association is proud to recognize Congressman Ed Pastor with our Distinguished Service Award for 2014.
I'd like to introduce our mayor, Mr. Greg Stanton.
All right, Steve, thank you very much. Thank you, everyone, for being here on this very important occasion. And that's because we want to say thank you. One of many thank yous, but this is a very appropriate thank you, particularly for the transportation community, to our Congressman Ed Pastor. So before we can say anything else, Congressman, thank you. We're not worthy. We owe you. To know Ed Pastor is to love Ed Pastor. He is a life committed to service in every way possible. Of course, he's gained most of his notoriety from his success for his work in Congress, but he started out as a school teacher and wanted to give back in that regard, served on the County Board of Supervisors, and now 20 plus years in Congress. And I would politely argue that we have sent a lot of great people from our community to Washington, D.C., but no one has had a greater impact on the local community for his service than Congressman Ed Pastor. You have left your mark on this city more than anyone else that has ever served us in Washington, D.C. And everyone here knows that he could not have been such an outstanding congressman, putting the time and effort that it takes to be so successful in delivering for this community, not only the city of Phoenix, but this entire region, if he didn't have a family that was committed to service. So equally as we say thank you to Congressman Pastor, Verma, we owe you our huge, huge thanks. A great leader in her own right, serving on the Aviation Board and the Tourism and Sports Authority. Verma, thank you for what you do for this community. And I'm going to talk about a lot of the great things that the Congressman has done for this city. But I might argue your greatest gift to the city is to give us an outstanding councilwoman representing District 4, Laura Pastor, wherever she is. Laura, thank you for keeping the flame alive of the Pastor family in service to the people of Phoenix. We owe you a huge, huge thank you. And Congressman, I owe you the thank you on behalf of, I know former Mayor Terry Goddard was mentioned, a great mayor of the city of Phoenix, from all the family of the city of Phoenix, everyone that has served either elected office. I know a great councilman, Danny Valenzuela, is with us here today as well. So many of the professional city staff, you have delivered for this city. It is fair to say that Phoenix wouldn't be Phoenix. The things that we love, the things that we're advancing on our economy, we wouldn't be able to do it without the service of Ed Pastor. Of course, from a public transportation perspective, that's what he's most famous for. We've delivered on the promise, Congressman. We wouldn't have this great light rail system if it weren't for you. It simply would not have happened. The $7 billion of investment that's happening either currently or in the very near future along the current light rail line would not have occurred. The number of jobs, the number of people that are going to put food on their table at home because of the jobs that they receive working on those great infrastructure jobs. Congressman, we have a much improved bus system in the city of Phoenix. That's because of you and your leadership. And when we are successful next year in tripling, getting the public approval on tripling the amount of light rail, it's because people saw success in the current plan, and that's because of your leadership. No one has had a greater impact on transportation in our entire state, in the history of the state, I would politely argue, than Congressman Ed Pastor. But his leadership just begins with transportation. It doesn't end there. If you're a supporter of environmental causes, using the environment for clean air and water, no one has worked more closely with the Army Corps of Engineers for great projects like the Rio Salado project and Trace Rios, which are making a massive difference in how we view South Mountain Village and the neighborhoods of South Mountain Village. If you believe like I do that Sky Harbor Airport is our most important economic engine, we can't accomplish anything economically unless our airport is growing, thriving, operating efficiently. That new control tower that we have out there, state-of-the-art control tower that is going to allow us to grow efficiently as our city and economy grows, that's due to Congressman Ed Pastor. We wouldn't have got it done without his leadership, bipartisan strategic thinking in Washington, D.C. And if you're a passionate education supporter, like everyone in this audience is there a greater supporter of the Head Start program in the entire country, in the entire Congress, than Congressman Ed Pastor? Congressman, on behalf of everyone that supports education in our community, Title I, Head Start, support for our community colleges and job training, his legacy could go on and on and on to list it all. I just want to say I am a grateful mayor. We are a grateful city. Millions of people in this region have benefited because of your service. Millions of people moving forward into the future for decades to come are the beneficiaries of your service. Your legacy is second to none, and we are a grateful city. Congratulations, Congressman Ed Pastor. Thank you so very much.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Congressman, how are you?
Good.
Like to come up and say a few words?
Sure.
Congressman Ed Pastor.
We could have had this in October. Good morning. Buenos dias. Well, you can tell we're true Arizonans. We're under the trees. First of all, thank you very much for thanking me, but in doing the light rail and all the different projects that we completed, and hopefully have improved the life of the people in Maricopa County and Arizona, it was my way of thanking the people who took a chance on me back in '91. When I first decided to run, I said, if you support me, if you're willing to give me your support and willing to vote for me, I'll try to be a member of Congress who is not here to succeed Mo Udall or to replace him, but to do something that brings the quality of life of Arizonans a little bit better. So that was the only attempt. So what would I done? We've done together because of you. Those of you who were willing to sign petitions, walk the streets, and were willing to give me your support. So whatever has been accomplished in my tenure in Congress has been because of you. And so I thank you, and you're welcome for your support. This is only my welcome in thanking you for your support. In the early, actually mid-90s, late 90s, when I began to see that other communities throughout this nation, San Jose, Houston, San Antonio, throughout this country, people were going after light rail projects. I figured it was time for us in Phoenix and in Maricopa County to begin working on a light rail system. And so we began with that, with congressional discretion projects called earmarks that we were able to bring the project to life. And I have to give a special thanks to Tempe, because we had a number of elections throughout Maricopa County, and it was Tempe who passed the first tax that allowed us to be able to match money with federal money. So thank you, Councilman, and thank the people of Tempe, because with Tempe approving, then we could continue the project because we had a matching source. And then obviously Phoenix, and then Glendale, Tempe, Mesa, all became partners. And so today we have this system. And so beginning with Terry Goddard and working through the various elected officials in the city of Phoenix, as well as other communities, we were able to bring this today. But Mayor Stanton brings an important point, that this is a project that has to continue. We're going to go to Glendale. We're going to go out to the west side, maybe one day out to Buckeye, out to Gilbert, out to Paradise Valley. And this is a project that needs to continue. This is only the beginning. These 20 miles is only the beginning. And so I look forward with you working together in trying to persuade the voters of this city and maybe this county, this region, that it's worthwhile to continue this tax so that we can have a greater system, to have greater mobility that brings more economic development to our great, not only region, but to our great state. So I accept this award, Brian, on behalf of the people of Arizona. And so thank you very much.
Congressman, as we look around this metropolitan region, Mayor Stanton hit on it a little bit earlier, 48,000 people a day take light rail here in the valley. We have 73 million transit trips a year on bus and light rail, and the majority of that is due to the work that you do. We have had a great opportunity to expand on the leadership of yours back in Washington, D.C. I've been to a number of association meetings nationally, and you remember our good friend Peter Rogoff, the FTA administrator. He always talks about stories about him and the congressman going down into the metro subway talking about how to bring more federal transportation dollars to the Phoenix metropolitan region. These are just some of the small things that the congressman has done over his time in office to allow us to leverage federal dollars in support of what we do. Mr. Congressman, we have collaborated on a small token of appreciation for your immense contributions. If you can tell, I'm stalling just a little bit for that train to arrive, and we have to always be concerned about our riders and timing of service. So as we move it into position, I can only again thank you. If you would like to, you could probably say words better than I. Our surprise that we're going to unveil today depicts the results, again, of your advocacy with photos of your work to create a vibrant airport, a transit system, generate economic development, provide mobility for the Phoenix metropolitan region, and also grow ridership of all ages. Your impact has been extraordinary, benefiting residents, businesses, and the local economy. Congressman, thank you very much for your support.